Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Clickbait and Coffee. It is Friday morning, and it is almost time for the weekend. We're going to give it a minute, see who all jumps in here. Local Prepper was the first one to comment at 7:46 this morning. Apparently, he was going to be in here, but he's got a live stream at that time, so I'll probably have to catch the replay of that. If you're in here watching, give me a 2 before in the chat. So I know you're here. Shelly's here. Second one in here. Thanks, Shelly. All right, guys. Today is Friday. It is cool outside. It's like 50 degrees outside. I'm like, ooh, this is nice. Nice t-shirt. T-shirt almost, or long sleeve t-shirt, almost hoodie weather. Going to be coming up soon. I'm excited. I like it. I like it when you're comfortable in a hoodie and a pair of jeans. That's nothing better in my opinion. But I tell you, we've not had rain for a while, but we are catching up on the rain. It came pouring floods here yesterday, and we were supposed to have our last baseball game of the season, but it got pushed off either tonight or Saturday morning. So we'll kind of see about that. But as the title of the thing is, 3 things nobody tells you about bug out bags and mistakes to avoid. We're going to cover that today here in a little bit. But first, what is everybody's plans for the weekend? We've got some stuff going on. I'm going to try to get some work done around here. But tell me what y'all got planned for the weekend in the comments. I'd be interested to see. And but I'm going to do some cleaning up around here, work on the food forest, getting it cleaned up a little bit more, work on some fencing on the neighbor's place and getting the fence charger, everything ready for the new fence charger. I'm going to order all that kind of fun stuff. And then one of my wife's friends called or texted her the other day, and she was like, I want a new gun. So my wife was talking to her about a new gun and this and that. She's like, I've got a pistol. She was like, I kind of want a rifle. And she was like, can I come down and shoot some stuff at your house? So my wife asked me, I was like, that's fine. I was like, she can come down. So I think she's coming over tomorrow, and we're going to do some gun shooting. And that'll be fun. So morning, Greg Schemes. But yeah, what's everybody's plan for the weekend? But yeah, we're going to shoot some guns tomorrow for a little while. I hadn't got out and shot too much. I will probably get that 308 back there out and shoot it a little bit and see how I like it. I've still not shot that joker. I've just not had time to do it, and I need to make time to do it. So Shelly is we're getting everything together for our yard sale next weekend, and I'm planting a fall garden too. Miss Sharon, good morning. I hope how's everything going, Miss Sharon, after your surgery? Is everything looking better and getting better like it's supposed to? So, yeah, so we're going to do some stuff like that, clean up around here and shoot some guns and all that fun stuff. And then Sunday, I think Sunday, yeah, it's this Sunday night, we've got a thing for the kids program over at Just Piddling Farms. There's a couple that own a pumpkin patch and Just Piddling Farms. We've had events out there before, and but they've got the pumpkin patch, so we're going to have a Sunday night thing and out there for all the kids with church, and which it's fun. We cook hot dogs and do all that, and they have a bunch of prizes and games and stuff like that. So that'll be Sunday night. Hatfield Homestead, good morning. And Miss Sharon says, yes, doing good so far. Good. I'm glad to hear that. So, all right, guys, reminder of stuff. Land navigation class is coming up. That is November 8th and 9th. So get your tickets for it. I think some emails went out. If you're not on the email list, you need to go to the website and subscribe to the email list. You'll get it once you subscribe to the email list. It's got a 10% coupon that you'll get 10% off your first order of stuff. Sign up for the email list. Shelly is sending out all kinds of nice emails. It's got super helpful hints, all kinds of stuff like that. And also we run some promos just to our email people. So run over there and check that out and get on the email list. But land nav class is coming up November 8th and 9th at Barren River Lake at the state park. So get your tickets for that. It's going to be a smaller class with limited seats. It's going to be a fun time. So I'm excited about that. Mike Atkins is going to teach that. He's actually at Prepper Camp this weekend, and he's at Prepper Camp. And Greg Skeens is at, or Greg New is at Prepper Camp too. I kind of wanted to go to that, but I think I'll go to it next year. And Forrest, what's up, Forrest? Forrest is probably getting food ready and for cooking on Saturday. Forrest has got his food truck set up that he does a takeout restaurant, and it is good food. His jambalaya at the festival was amazing. And then Greg Skeens, tomorrow's the first day of our homesteading small group at church. That sounds fun. I know you were telling me about that, Greg. That sounds like a good time. So let me know how that goes. So, all right. Also, Homestead Meetup is October 25th at Western, where we have the festival. This is a free event. You can come. It's not going to cost you a dime. The only thing, it's going to cost you gas money, and then we ask that everybody brings like a side dish. Shelly and I are doing the meat. We hadn't decided what we're going to do. We were supposed to decide Wednesday night after the live, but we didn't. So we're going to decide what meat we're going to fix. But that's a totally free event. Just bring a side dish. Shelly is going to be doing soap demonstration in the morning, and then Jessica, one of her daughters, is going to be doing. We called it TCCC for chickens. It's tactical chicken combat or tactical chicken casualty care. So she's going to be doing like some first aid and stuff like that for your chickens. We're going to eat. We're going to be there all day. It's Shelly said 9 to 5. If we go longer than 5 o'clock, that's fine with me. It's going to be a good time to meet people in your area. You might meet. Last time we did this, we had people from Tennessee, Indiana show up. So, I mean, it's not just going to be people right around Bowling Green. It's going to be people from all over the place. So come and meet it. You'll meet some cool people. It's going to be a great time to meet up and just sit down and talk to people, share ideas, meet, and do all that fun stuff. And plus, it's free. Thomas Middleton, good morning. I hadn't talked to you in a hot minute, buddy. Andrew Massey, good morning. I'm glad you're in here, Thomas. Thomas, you need to get down to the Homestead Meetup, and we need to sit down and talk. It's been forever and a day. Bill Warner, good morning. How are you? So since we got some more people in there, what's everybody's plans for the weekend? I like knowing that kind of stuff, what everybody's got going on. And then last but not least, herbal class. That's going to be December 6th. It's going to be at Western, same place we do the festival. Leslie from the School of Earth and All is going to be teaching that. And that's going to be a good class. I'm excited about that. Leslie is amazing on what she knows about herbal stuff. If I've got questions, I end up calling her, and we end up talking about all kinds of stuff. I've had tons of questions before, and it's like, I'm just going to get in and call Leslie, and she'll tell me and set me straight on it. And yes, Thomas, it has been a while. Miss Sharon, I'll be processing herbs from the garden. That sounds like a good weekend. I need to go down. I've got tons of herbs down in the food forest. I've got oregano and thyme that are just, they're as big as the freaking mums, or bigger than the mums that you buy at places. I've just let those jokers grow. So I'll probably, as I'm cleaning up the food forest, I'll go down there and start cutting herbs and getting those things dried to use. But all right, Lynn, good morning. How are you? All right, some of the funny stuff. Let me see, Bill. I don't know if anybody's familiar with omelet chicken coops or not, but I looked up the one my neighbor gave us for the chickens. The thing is $2,400. Jesus, $2,400 for a chicken coop. That is ridiculous. For $2,400, I could build a hell of a chicken coop for that. That's insane. But the way with prices are on stuff anymore, I mean, lumber prices and all of the material prices and stuff like that, your $2,400 doesn't go near as far as it used to. I mean, I hadn't checked prices. Usually, I look at OSB. OSB has been fluctuating a little bit, but it's been pretty steady. I mean, it's not been stupid crazy. So that's usually my indication of what lumber prices are doing. I just look at OSB and see what the prices are on it. But $2,400 for a chicken coop, that's crazy. And let's see what Shelly said. I was thinking about the homestead meetup. Instead of bringing side dishes and us supplying meat, what if everybody brought pots of soup? That wouldn't be bad. I kind of thought the other day, I was like, what if we just did a big old thing of chili and went with that? We could do that. So that might be a cool thing to do. I'm all about soup. I mean, I'll eat a bunch of chili or potato soup or something like that. So I had French onion soup last night for dinner. And I absolutely love French onion soup. The stuff was so stinking hot. It's like hot magma that's coming out of that little bowl. But I tell you, French onion soup is amazing. Let me see, Bill. The tarps remind me of a billboard type, nice rubberized tarps. I'll have to look at that. I've never seen one of those, but man, $2,400 is a lot of money. And yes, Shelly, the weather will be right for it. So it could be the super homestead meetup. Yeah, it could. Hey, I'm fine with doing soup. I mean, if anybody in the chat is coming to it, what do you think about bringing soup? I'm game with soup. We could have like 20 or 30 different types of soup. But then just think you'd have to have like 1 million bowls because you don't want to mix the chili with the chicken soup. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. We'll have to have like 1,000 plastic bowls and everything. So, all right. I was cruising through the internet last night and just seeing some of the, well, this is stupidity, one of these things. You saw, and Shelly and I touched on it a little bit Wednesday night, the Tylenol thing, how they came up and said, you know, Tylenol is one of the causes of the autism and this and that. And of course, these deranged liberals are like just acting stupid. And these women were on social media just taking like 2 or 3 things of Tylenol and taking it. They were all pregnant women. They're like, I'm not going to be told to do what I can and can't do with my body. And one girl's like, I'm taking this as my duty so I can take this Tylenol and have an autistic baby, and Trump's not going to tell me what to do. And I'm like, people are so deranged that they're going to hurt their bodies and hurt their babies just because somebody from the other side said, hey, there might be a link with Tylenol and autism. It's like, that is so stupid. You know, it's like, it's not any different than Trump going on TV and saying your left hand is the best hand ever. You know, anybody that's not left-handed is stupid. There are people in this world that are so stinking crazy and deranged with Trump that they will cut their left hand off and be like, well, I'm not going to have a left hand because Trump says that's the best hand. It's stupidity. Some of these people are hospitalized because of it. It's like, it's a mental illness. I just don't understand why people would do that and hurt their bodies and hurt their unborn kids just to, quote, prove a point. I don't understand it. So who knows? But yeah, that's some of the stupidity going on. That shows you what the country is coming to. People are so stupid that they're going to hurt their bodies just because a person said something was not good for them. So, and Bill, the meetup, Shelly put it in there. It's October 25th in Bowling Green. It is at Western where we have the festival. It's a WKU Ag Expo Center. So, and Russell's going to bring his own bowl. That will work. We'll have bowls for everybody. You don't have to bring your own. So, Hi, Homestead. Good morning. How are you? Uh, Let me see. Let me catch up. Bill's going to do his best to get things semi-organized so he can make it. Yes, Bill, get up here and do it. Hey, Bill, are you going to run down to Self-Reliance next weekend? I mean, it's right down in your neck of the woods, pretty close. So Shelly and I will be down there Saturday. So I want to get down there early Saturday and stay pretty much most of the day and hang out Saturday. But I've got stuff I've got to do on Sunday, so I will be back. I'll just be down there on Saturday. And Bill, yeah, what about those of us that are ambidextrous? Exactly. We just have to cut both of them off. So, and the KY meetup is great. Well, we're having one. We're having the Homestead meetup October 25th in Bowling Green, same place we had the festival. It's all free to come. It's going to be just a one-day deal. Hang out. Apparently, we're going to be eating soup instead of something else. So, oh, Bill, just come down there for one day. One day won't hurt anything. It'll be fun. So, and Miss Sharon, thank you for putting the links to the workshops in there. And if you're going to come to the Homestead meetup, the only thing we ask is that you go to the website and use that link that Miss Sharon put on there. Go to the website, and Shelly fixed a Google form to put on there that just sign up that you're coming. That you no credit card, no kind of crap like that. It's all totally free. But just sign up that you're coming, and then that way we've got some idea of how many people are coming, so we can plan chairs and stuff like that. So just do that for us. That's the only thing that we ask about that. So, and then also one of the other things, I don't know how legit this is, because of course everything you see on the internet is true and all that. So, but apparently the Department of War, which used to be the Department of Defense, they renamed it a little bit ago, but they have called all the generals back for Tuesday to meet up in the United States. I forgot, Quantico or something like that. But yeah, they have called everybody, all the generals, back to the United States for some meeting on Tuesday. And of course, everybody's going crazy. They're just like, oh my gosh, we're going to go to war. They're calling all the generals back and this and that. Even the ones that are in active conflicts, they're calling them back. So they're calling those back. I don't know what the deal is about that. We might be going to war. I don't really know. So there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm not going to worry a whole lot about it. But that's just something to keep your head on a swivel about, that something might be going down with that. Chantel, good morning. How are you? And Shelly, let me see. All right, Shelly, it is, let me go to the interwebs. If you go, Shelly, if you go to the in-person workshops, it is on the in-person workshops. And if you click reserve your spot, and I don't know how to screen share on this. So, but it is on there, Shelly. Go to in-person workshops and scroll down, and the graphic for the Homestead meetup, and you hit reserve your spot, and it takes you to the Google form. So I didn't know much other way to do it. I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, what's going to be the easiest way? It's also, I think, it's also on the clicker at the top, because we've got the red ticker at the top of the website. It is on that ticker. So if you click that, it will take you over to the Google form. All right. Shelly's going to do it. That brings soup. All right. Chantel just woke up. Uh-oh. It's like 8:20, and you just now woke up? Did you stay up late last night? I was actually in bed halfway decent for me. I got in bed and actually fell asleep. It was like 11 o'clock. So that's kind of early for me. So, but yeah, all the U.S. generals are coming back and coming for a meeting on Tuesday in the United States. Don't know what that's about. Keep your eyes open, see kind of what's going on with that. I don't know. So, all right. What we've got for the topic is up and down all night, Chantel. Hey, I know how that goes. I know I had like some crazy dreams last night, and I don't remember what they were. But it's one of those things. You wake up and you're just like, man, I had some crazy dreams. It's like I would love to remember all these things. So, all right. Topic of the day: 3 things nobody tells you about your bug out bags. Everybody's got bug out bags. It's like that's kind of like prepper porn for people. Everybody talks about all these different bags they've got. It's like I've got my bug out bag, I've got my truck bag, I've got my get home bag, I've got my my EDC bag, I've got my inch bag, I'm never coming home bag, and all this. And it's just like all these people have all these bags, and you look at it and you're like, how many bags do these people have? Do they have like 100 backpacks? And they choose what they're going to grab every day. It's like, I might never come home tonight. I'm going to grab my inch bag and stuff like that. I don't necessarily have bags for all kinds of different stuff. I've got, honestly, like in my truck, I've got a big rucksack that typically I keep it in the truck if I'm going more than like an hour and a half away from the house. It's got essentially, it's loaded down. I break some of these rules and stuff that I'm going to tell you about, but my opinion on the bags is I would rather have it in my truck in the backpack than not have it, because I can always take weight out of this bag. Essentially, this bag is like, okay, we're going to go down. Like if I was going to stay the night at Self-Reliance, I know I'm going to stay the night, so I'm going to pack a smaller bag down there that's got, toothbrush, deodorant, any kind of medicine, that kind of stuff in there. And then, like two or three changes of clothes, 2 or 3 things of socks, 2 or 3 things of underwear, and a couple extra pairs of clothes. So I've got it, but then also in my big bag that I keep in the truck, I've got some more changes of clothes. I've got food, water, some multi-tools, all kinds of stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I've used that bag a bunch. There's been times to where I'll get, super nasty. I'll have to crawl underneath the house in the crawl space and do some work. And then it's like, crap, my jeans and my shirt are all nasty and stuff like that. So it's like, hey, I've got my bag, my truck bag that I keep in there most of the time. I grab another pair of pants and another thing and another shirt and change. And then I'm not in nasty clothes the rest of the day. And then you just have to remember to change those clothes out when you get in and stick them back in there. So yes, I keep a big monster bag in my truck all the time. I would not want to walk too far with it. I could do it if I needed to, but I can always take crap out of it and make it lighter if I need to. Let me see. Redundancy is great, but I only have everyday carry bag in the car and an inch bag, or a get home bag and an inch bag. Exactly. Let me see. I also keep a foldable wagon and a scooter in the truck. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I mean, I tell you what, those little foldable wagons are amazing. We've got one of those. If we have to, we're not doing it. We hadn't done it this year, but we used to take snacks and drinks all the time, for the kids with baseball. We've got one of those foldable wagons. We could throw all the snacks, a small little cooler in it, and our chairs. And man, you could flat haul some stuff in one of those things. And we've used it a bunch. So, and Bill says I'm figuring out what kind of bug out bag I need to put my chickens and pigs in. Do a one of those laundry bags, like the net laundry bags. That's what you need. The mesh laundry bags. You could do that in there. Throw them in there. Throw them over your shoulder, and then they can breathe and everything like that, and you won't have to worry about it, Bill. But let me see. Bill says, I have a foldable wagon and I can put 150 pounds of feed in. Yeah, those things, those foldable wagons are nice. I saw some, and they've got them too. If you live on like sandy soils and stuff like that, they've got them. I saw them at the beach last time we were at the beach. They had like these big flotation tires that would go on the sand, and those were pretty stinking cool. Ag Homestead, keep walking shoes in your cars, ladies, and thank Dad for teaching me to keep winter clothes in my car. Coat, hat, and scarf. Exactly. John, thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it a bunch. I appreciate y'all. Even if y'all can just jump in for a minute, leave a comment, I appreciate it more than you ever know. And yeah, Shelly's like, Bill needs a bug out trailer. I need a bug out semi is what I'm going to need. So, but yeah, those trailers are amazing. And then as far as keeping winter clothes, like I keep, I'm a contractor in my day job. I always keep a pair of Carhartt overalls in there. I keep the non-insulated Carhartt overalls. Keep those in my truck all the time, and I always keep a North Face jacket because you never know that. And I always keep like a light long sleeve T-shirt on because there's been times before. There's been times before where it's like, hey, I'm doing something. I just want to throw on a light long sleeve T-shirt so I don't get crap all over my arms while I'm cutting or doing something like that. But yes, there are always Carhartt overalls and a North Face jacket in my truck at all times. And then once it gets cold and it's going to be good and cold, I always throw in my insulated Carhartt overalls in there, just because you never know what you're going to need. That, and typically a lot of the times I always wear boots when I'm working, but a lot of the times I'll throw in an extra pair of boots in the truck with me. Yeah. Shelly, you don't have enough vehicles for bug out stuff. I'm not going to bug out unless I absolutely have to. I do not plan on doing that because it would take several semis to move all my crap that I've got. And I wouldn't want to load it up. It would take weeks to load all this stuff up. But I've actually thought about that. It's like, if I had to go somewhere, what am I going to take? So one of the big things would be loading animals up in the livestock trailer and getting them out of here. Yeah, they are amazingly stout, but you got to be careful where you take them for sure. So, all right, let's jump in. Some of the things nobody tells you, and I've made notes on this stuff. Weight. The weight. People build. People have a list of everything they want. They want all this stuff in their bug out bags, and they're looking at it, and it's a list might sound good, but when your bag's 60 or 80 pounds, you're not going to carry it far. So, which is realistically true. Have you ever tried, once you make your list of stuff, all your must-haves, you make that list, and then you're like, holy crap, I've got a 60-pound bug-out bag. There's no way that I'm going to be able to carry it this far. You might be able to get to the end of your driveway, and by then, you're like, my legs are hurting, my shoulders are hurting, and stuff like that. So, it's kind of one of those things. You're looking, realistic weight for most people is 20 to 30 pounds, somewhere around in there. And then even with 20 or 30 pounds, if you're not used to carrying that weight, your shoulders are going to be hurting, your back's going to be hurting, and that kind of stuff. So the big thing is cut as much weight as you can. Build that bag and then weigh it and be like, man, hey, what the heck is, going on with this? Let me see if I can do it. Practice with the thing. I mean, if you're a stud and you can do 60 to 80 pounds and you know how far you need to walk, I mean, more power to you. But if you don't have to, don't do it. Get your bag at, maybe 20 to 30 pounds. So cut the weight, go for a walk and try it out. Don't just walk to the end of your driveway and back. Walk a mile or two with it. Or, I mean, if you're bugging out and you're going to have to walk 10 miles to your place, strap that joker on and walk that route and see how you do. I'll tell you this: when we went to Mammoth Cave, I packed a backpack because I didn't know. They acted like we were going to not be back at our vehicles and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to pack a small backpack. It's one of those little assault packs. I think they call it like a 72-hour backpack or something like that. So I put in there, I had medical stuff. I had one of our IFACs in there, and I had some extra medical stuff because there's a whole group of kids. I'm like, if something happens, I want to have, more than just for one or two people. So I had a pretty good medical supply in there, had my lunch, which I packed freeze-dried stuff, and I packed the water with it, and I packed a couple drinks. I had a long-sleeve T-shirt for me. I had a light sweatshirt for my youngest son because he was with me, and had a few other things in there. That bag was probably 10 pounds, 10, maybe 15 pounds at the most. I carried it for the whole trip, and we probably wound up walking somewhere 3 miles, somewhere around there, for that tour. The actual inside the cave was a little over 2 miles, and then walking back and forth to all the different places, we were probably at 3 miles, something like that. I don't walk with a backpack a lot, and I could feel that my shoulders were getting sore and my back was getting a little bit sore. So even at, like 15 pounds, you're going to feel the weight of that. So cut as much weight as you can on that, because you will feel it if you're not used to doing it. Get with it and try. Let me see. May not bug out, but need to get home stuff. Yeah, exactly. Most of my stuff is for getting home. If I'm out on a job site and I need to get home, I want to take what I can out of the truck and then scoot on to the house. Next Amazon Prime is October 7th. And Bill said he's got a nice little trailer that would work as a bug out trailer. And my German Shepherd will be carrying her own stuff. Exactly. That's cool. All right. Let me see. Shelly says, Jeff Smith made me rethink everything about the pack I carry. I work 24 miles from my house. Randy works 65 miles away. Figuring out how to get home and what you carry made me examine this. Yeah, and it's like one of those things you kind of got to figure out and be like, how far can I walk and how much stuff do I need? Let's see. I hooked up the bug out trailer and took off to outrun an incoming storm and tornado within 10 minutes. That's pretty quick. Let's see. Bill says it takes less than 5 minutes to hook up to the Outback and pulls amazingly well, loaded with a ton. That's awesome. I mean, I've got my plan on some of it is, if I had to, I've got a 7x14 enclosed trailer that's my tool trailer for jobs. We would probably just absolutely load that thing down to the hilt and hook up to it and scoot on out of town is kind of my plan on it. If we weren't going to take any animals, if we were going to take animals, we would have to hook up the livestock trailer to another vehicle and take the animals with us that way. So, all right. Another thing that nobody tells you about this is your bag's useless without skills. You can have all the most advanced stuff in your bag and be, light as can be and have all the newest, latest gadgets and stuff like that in there. But if you don't have skills, hey, you're not going to know how to use this stuff. Like one of the things is a ferro rod. You got a ferro rod. Do you know how to use that thing? And this is just a pencil, but you got your ferro rod and your knife, and you never struck that ferro rod one time and tried to get a fire. Are you really going to be able to do it when it's, when you're cold, it's dark, you're worried about what's going on? I mean, in a perfect world, yeah, you could sit out there. Everything's going to be nice and dry. Rosie, good morning. She's at Midwest Preparedness. But yeah, you're going to sit there. You never used your ferro rod. So you're going to be sitting there cold, wet, worried about everything and you're going to try to strike this fire with a ferro rod. It's probably not going to happen. One of the other things, you got your tourniquet. Have you ever taken your tourniquet out of the plastic and staged it and used a tourniquet before? You're a waste if you don't know how to do it. So practice with all this stuff. Do some skills drills and stuff like that. If you're going to practice starting a fire with a ferro rod and not using any kind of matches or lighter or anything like that, go out there on the weekends and practice that stuff. I mean, rotate the stuff. You know how to use the stuff. Let's rotate it out. If you don't know how to use this, let's go ahead, practice on this stuff and learn how to use it, and then keep it in your bag. So the same thing with the tourniquet. Learn how to use your tourniquet. Get some training, stuff like that. Every piece in your gear, every piece in your bag, you should know how to use. Don't just buy something and be like, oh man, here, and here's a great and wonderful water filter. I'm going to throw it in my bag and it weighs barely nothing, but you don't know how to use it. You might be looking at it, you're stressed out, it's dark, and you're like, ooh, I don't know which end I need to go with. Which end do I put in the water and which end do I suck on to get the water out of? You might do it backwards, and then, hey, you got contaminated water. So it's like every piece of gear that's in your bag, you need to know how to use. Don't just throw crap in there to throw stuff in there. Let's see. Pull one of those string type portable wood cutters up at a meetup. Must have never tried it. Was enlightening. They aren't as easy. Yeah, those things aren't near as good as what people make them out to. Funniest thing ever, teaching two teenage girls to use a tourniquet. Drama. Yeah, they don't like it. I mean, you've got to show them. I mean, on using a tourniquet, the old saying is once you get it to the point that they're cussing, you give it one more turn. So, yeah, I mean, teach your people, do skills, teach these skills, that kind of stuff. So you know always how to do it. So you know how to do this stuff. And the more skills that you've got, the less stuff you have to carry. That's one of the big things. If you can improvise and use stuff for different things, do that. I mean, if you know how to do X, Y, and Z, you don't have to carry this other thing, which is, is pretty good. Skills, and skills don't weigh anything. Your skills and your knowledge, they don't weigh anything. You're carrying those around up in your head, and it's not like, oh my gosh, I need to learn how to do this, but it's going to cost me an extra pound in my backpack. It's not going to cost you anything extra to know all these skills and how to do this stuff. And Bill, I always have a Zippo lighter with fluid in several places, including the car, and white gas will work as a substitute. Yes, I carry a lighter all the time with me. I just carry a cheap disposable lighters. I carry one of those in my pocket all the time, and I'm not going to do a pocket dump because I don't have anything in my pockets right now because everything is sitting upstairs in my hat. So because I've not gotten geared up to leave the property yet. Miss Sharon, thank you for posting that. She just posted the link for the Homestead Meetup if you want to reserve your spot for it. We do ask, like I said before, if you're going to come, just to reserve your spot. It's not costing you anything, but it just gives us an idea. It just gives us an idea of how many people are going to be there for chairs to set up and all that kind of stuff, just for planning purposes. I think we can fit 100. We can have 100 people in that room probably. I think we can do that. So it would be awesome if we had 100 people. Shelly, that white gas is the cooking gas, like the Coleman gas that you use for the Coleman cook stoves. That's what white gas is. I could be stupid and be like, it's the opposite of black gas, but then we would be getting racist. So let me see. Leslie taught me foraging and tinctures that I do now for practice. She's great. Yes, Leslie is amazing on all that stuff. And that goes down, to the knowledge. You can forage and do stuff like that. It's just practice, and putting that stuff into work. All right. last thing that nobody tells you, your bug out bags are not a cookie cutter approach. A lot of people sell bug out bags on the internet, and it's like, here's your bug out bag. This is all you need to bug out and survive, to get home, to get to your bug out location and all this stuff. Honestly, bug out bags are pretty personalized. A lot of the stuff is kind of cookie cutter, food, water, and shelter. Yeah, Bill says, like I said, the opposite of black gas. So you've got, your the stuff on there. Some of the stuff is boilerplate. Food, water, and shelter. If you're going to have your bag, you need some way to get out of the elements. Your shelter. You need water or a way to purify the water, and you need some food for it. Those are kind of universal stuff. Everything else is kind of personalized. Well, of course, you need a cutting tool, a knife, and some kind of protection, but that's still kind of personalized. Do you want to carry a Glock 19 or do you want to carry a 38 revolver? That's a personal choice. So, kind of like the suburban mom that's driving around, in her Tahoe every day, her bag is going to look totally different than a single guy's bag, or it's going to look totally different than a younger person's bag. So you kind of look at that. Also, I know, so it kind of depends. Everybody's bag is going to be a little bit different once you get past the food, water, and shelter. Climate stuff. Where do you live? My bag is going to look a lot different from somebody that lives in Kentucky as opposed to somebody that lives in Mexico or, New Mexico, where you got the desert. Or my dogs are howling. Apparently my dogs howl. The outside livestock guard dogs howl when there's a siren going by, so I could hear them howling. But my bag's going to look different living in Kentucky and somebody living in Alaska. Are you in a desert climate? You in a snow climate? You're in humid Kentucky stuff. And then also the time of the year that you're going to be doing this. You need to trade out stuff for it. In the summertime, you probably don't need a hoodie and a North Face jacket. So you need lighter clothing and stuff like that. And then as opposed to in the wintertime, you don't need shorts in your bug out bag. So unless you're going to sleep in the shorts, probably won't be doing that if you're sleeping outside. Personal stuff. Look at something like your kids. If your kids need something, they, pack some a comfort item for your kid if they're going to have a bag. If you've got pets, Hag Homestead was saying, their German Shepherd is going to carry their own stuff. So their bag is going to be totally different that they're carrying as opposed to what you're carrying. Also, medications. If you've got any medications that you need on a daily basis, have some of those in your bag. So that's going to be different for everybody. If you're on blood pressure medicine, have your blood pressure medicine in there. If you're on thyroid stuff, have that in there. All that kind of stuff. Have it in your bag. It's going to be personalized. And so it's build your bag around yourself. Don't do the boilerplate stuff. Don't buy something from Temu. They're claiming this is the best bug out bag ever. It's going to save your life 100% of the time. Personalize your bag. My favorite thing to do is find a backpack that you like, buy that backpack, and then start building it around your person. Test it. That's one of the things. A lot of people build these things and they don't ever test them. They're just like, okay, I've got it. Box is checked. I'm ready to go. Check it. Do an overnight in the woods with it. See what works and what doesn't work, and only use the stuff that's in your bag and on your person. See how it goes with you, and then you can make changes. You're like, hey, I really didn't use this thing. I don't think I need to carry it. Or, hey, this ferro rod kind of sucks. I'm going to buy a different ferro rod, and I'm going to go ahead and keep a Zippo in my bag for it. It's going to be a lot easier. Use it during a storm outage, something like that. Just try it and see what happens. And your bug out bags are not about the fanciest gear and the newest gear and all that kind of crap. It's about functional stuff and being able to get to point A to point B. So, guys, if you got any other things, tell me about it. That's kind of what I've got on it. Like I said, I keep a big bag in the truck, and if I need to throw stuff out of it to get home, I'll throw stuff out of it and keep on trucking. But honestly, I would hate to leave my truck with the amount of crap that I keep in my truck on a daily basis for work and everything else. But I've got tons of, I've got on the wall over there, I've got 6 backpacks hanging over there, and they're all different sizes. Most of the time I use those if I'm going to go out of town for a few days. I throw in my clothes in there that I'm going to wear, and then some extra medical stuff and anything else I need like that, and go with it. Or we can throw whatever we need to and build a quick bug out bag or something like that to go with it. But guys, that's about all I've got for today. If y'all got any other questions, stick them in here. And don't forget, if you need first aid medical stuff, everything is in stock, ready to go and ship out. I actually got, and they're sitting over in a drawer over there, but we got decomp needles in the other day. So if you need decompression needles, those are up on the website. They just came in. Also, if you got any questions, Miss Sharon's putting it in there, our emails. If you need anything, you can contact us. Also, pre-programmed radios. These jokers sitting right behind here. That and base station radios. We've got those in stock. And they come with a consultation from Brian and Susan at S&B Homestead Radio. Once you get your radio, they're going to set up a consultation and show you actually how to use these things. And that's part of your skills. Don't have a stinking radio in your bug out bag and don't know how to use it. It's all the same thing. Know how to use your radios, know how to use your first aid and medical supplies, get the training for it, and know how to do that. But guys, don't forget, sign up for the Homestead Meetup if you're going to come. It's going to be a fun day. There's going to be people from Tennessee. There'll probably be people from Indiana. There might be people, I don't know. There might be people from Missouri. Who knows? But it's going to be a fun day. I'm excited to have everybody come out, meet people, hang out. And apparently we're going to have a ton of soup. So that's going to be the thing. Shelly's working on a graphic that it's going to be bring a bowl of soup or bring a pot of soup. So guys, I appreciate it. I've got some orders to pack up and shoot out. And then I'm going to go do a little bit of work at my brother's house today. So guys, I appreciate it. And I will see y'all. I hadn't decided if I'm going to start doing it on Mondays or just keep it on Tuesdays. Mondays seem a little bit hectic for me just because the weekend's over and I always end up making some kind of crap. I've got to be somewhere first thing Monday morning. But just be checking. We might change it to Monday or we might just keep it on Tuesdays. But guys, I appreciate y'all and I will see y'all next week. If you need anything, give us a shout. Y'all have a great weekend and I appreciate you.